Oh, baby, baby, how was I supposed to know that I was gonna be so freaking fat? Oh, oh, daddy, daddy, I shouldn't have let you go. And now I'm freaking humongous. Show me what you want me to be. Big, huge fat rolls. Blee, blee, blee. Blee, 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 blee. My big fat rolls are are killing me, and I must forget, I must confess, I'm so freaking fat, so freaking fat. When I'm not eating, I lose my mind. Give me some fries, chicken tenders 30 more times. My big fat rolls are killing me, and I'm. Hey guys, so today we're gonna check out a little bit of YouTube, of Twitter ads, and we're just gonna be seeing what's up with gang stalking narrative. We're gonna check out what's going on. As simple as that. Nothing crazy. To be honest, I just wanna. I just feel like I feel like streaming. I just feel like streaming today, and I feel that this is gonna be a something good for everyone to make the entire world happy again. So let's see. Let's start with. Oh yeah, so we're gonna start by checking out some gang stalking content. So let's see, gang stalking. Let's see if there's any new videos. I was thinking about just doing like checking out what's new in the news, you know? No, 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 let's see. How do gang stalkers communicate with each other? This is interesting. Let's see, it's only a minute and 20 seconds. It better not be one of those like videos that only has like a voice and just like a bunch of like
the heart of an entrepreneur.
a bunch of images.
Careers, cultivating
I mean,
leaders.
there's as long as it's
This
informative,
is
it's okay.
Learn more
But
at
we'll see. We're
pvcareers.com.
gonna see how this goes. Hurry! That's it. Let's see how accurate these people are.
Security First Corp. Safety through knowledge.
How do gang
Gang
stalkers
stalkers
communicate
often use
with
various
each other?
methods to communicate, including hand signals, text messages, and social media platforms. They may employ symbols or colors to convey messages.
That's
in
wrong.
screen
No,
and public
no.
settings.
Okay, so one thing about gang stalkers is like, okay, to be honest, the color red or the green never, the colors really never have any meaning. That's a lie. The colors do not have any meaning whatsoever. They're simply a color that you're sensitized to. So it is you who's putting the meaning onto the thing. So if you're targeted, just know that there's absolutely no meaning to the colors. They just want to sensitize you to the colors. That way when you see like a particular color, you feel that they're wearing it because they are gang stalking you. That's it. Hang on. So let me adjust this camera. But that's it, guys. So if you're a targeted individual, just do not. You see, that is the one thing that upsets me is that a bunch of these people, like, they just talk about gang stalking, like, if they know about it, and it's good because they're covering it. But but the thing is that the concept of gang stalking is so badly understood that a lot of people end up just making things more difficult for the target because they're not even giving out the right information. So, look here at the screen that it says symbols and colors are employed to convey messages. No, none of those mean anything. The next one is, let's see. Oh, I need to do something. Hang on. Hang on. Oh yeah. My big juicy fat rolls are killing me, and I must confess, I'm so freaking fat, so freaking fat. When I'm not eating, I lose my mind. I just want to see the chat right here and the stats. And okay, so here we go. We're good, bro. So we're gonna continue. So we're right here, and so what else is here? Symbols. So just understand that there is no message that is being conveyed in public with colors. That is nonsense. And now we got encrypted and messaging apps are utilized for covert coordination. Yeah, that's true. You know, the one thing is that when people talk about covert coordination, it's just like, it's just a group chat. You know, maybe they might use like Signal, or they might use like some type of other like secreted freaking messaging app, but it doesn't go anything beyond that. It's just simply like a group chat or a chat. That's it. That's it. There's nothing special about it.
Apps allows them to coordinate their activities covertly. Using pre-established codes or phrases helps maintain secrecy within their group.
Yeah, pretty much. But the pre-established codes and phrases have to, they stay secretive within the group to a certain point, because the words have to be relatable to the target. For example, if I said that like, if I told someone, oh, I feel so fat, you know, and let's assume that I have a huge, I'm super self-conscious about being fat and gang stalkers and all that. So then all of a sudden I'm gonna hear people around me, just people like coworkers even mocking, I feel so fat, like mocking you, you know. And the thing is that when someone is mocking you like that, you can't really do anything about it, because if you tell it to one person, right, and someone else that has no connection to that person, or at least that has no connection that you know of to that person, then it's just gonna sound to anyone else that they're talking about themselves being fat, because they do not know the context. However, people that are in the group, they're gonna know that they're laughing at you for that. Now, we're moving on to the next one. Walkie-talkies, radio devices enable real-time communication while moving. That is BS. They do not use any type of walkie-talkies. Who's gonna need communication walkie-talkies when there's freaking cell phones? Like, come on, that's dumb. So notice all of the mysticism that is added to gang stalking. There is a lot of mysticism that is added by these types of videos. And the thing is that these videos are created by people to make content. You know, creating content. If you are in a program with Kick, if you are in the program with YouTube, if you're a partner of YouTube, or of any other social media platform that gives you money, you literally get paid the more content you make. So there is a monetary compensation and a monetary reward for creating content. So imagine if you are actually a gang stalker and you are participating in someone's demise. Like, if I was a gang stalker and I am making content about gang stalking to YouTube, all I would have to do is just put into YouTube. If I was a gang stalker, I would just make a lot of videos every day about being attacked with directed energy weapons, you know, and I would be like, oh my god, I'm being harassed with directed energy weapons. Directed energy weapons are real, and that is exactly what would actually make it worse for people, you know. A lot of these channels actually have a monetary compensation via the gang stalking. And if you are a gang stalker, wouldn't it be amazing to literally just gang stalk people and then just create content on YouTube that perpetuates the gang stalking narrative? That would be the perfect career for anyone that loves gang stalking people, you know. Okay, so let's move on.
Utilizing walkie-talkies or other radio devices enables real-time communication while on the move. employing online forums or websites with restricted access aids.
Let's see. How do they communicate with each other? Online forums and restricted access websites aid in secure information sharing. Why would anyone want to share information? Hola, Eo, ¿qué pedo? ¿Cómo estás? Ah, hang on. Exactly. They just need to read a text on your phone. So notice how this is adding a lot more mystique to something that really isn't like mysterious. It's literally normal communication, you know. But look, once you go on YouTube, look, let me show you. Once you go on YouTube, though, you're gonna see that a lot of people are actually pushing a really crazy narratives. Look, like if I go on YouTube, and then I'm gonna show you my channel. Look, and I'm gonna show you. So gang stalking behavior. Gang stalking behavior really has a lot of people talk about. Look, so look at this person. You know how his screen name is Hure. So look at what he's saying. Imagine being stalked by a bunch of psyotic pigs, you know, and that sounds like he's on our side, right? I'm planning on doing so look, this, imagine being stalked by a bunch of psychotic pigs. But then the same guy, Huda, you know, he put another one. You know, what I think is they figured out what frequency causes blood sugar levels to spike remotely. Like, look at how crazy this guy is starting to sound. Like, these people are actively putting out a lot of nonsense to keep targets confused. And look, again, this feels like a product of an overactive imagination of someone who was looking for a reason and was trying to make sure. What this felt like to me was someone looking to start some shizzle. But look, do you know that it really doesn't say anything? It's just something to read. And look, I'm flattered they chose me to hate on because I guess I was beyond what they wanted. Actually, let me back. So, now again, I can tell I have never been so physically drained of energy in my life from doing nothing. Again, they try to get you to sabotage yourself. I think this might be the fourth branch of the government. So this guy is putting content that is hitting both sides. So he's telling content. So he is pushing out content that actually appears to be on your side, and then they're also pushing content that isn't. So the same guy is putting this. The same guy. Good luck with that. What can you do? And he's not replying to anyone. He's literally just trying to spam the chat, the comment section. And he puts, test was probably how they can just ruin someone's life. So I just need paperwork of that the fact exists. That's it. And then he laughs. So look at all the contents. They keep trying to force me to be lazy. What is funny to me, that is the gaslighting that they caught is there. Nothing you can do about it. There is no way out. So notice that this guy is putting confusing or is sending contradicting messages. And in one area he's pretty much implying that he's a target, and then in the other one he's implying that he's a gang stalker. So gang stalking in real life is the exact same thing. People do one thing but say one thing and do another. it's, or they do one thing with the intention of having the impact opposite of what it appears to have. So the chat is saying, is saying, yeah, they are always friends. Hey, why do you take off that message? Oh, here we go. I'm planning on doing YouTube, but in secret, from them, like doing other socials and stuff. That's a fantastic idea. They do it so much. So you have no idea how many channels there are that say that just keep pushing that they are directed energy weapons. They do the same thing, you know. And to be honest, I'm not gonna be honest with you. The only reason, like, I honestly only recommend you to do that type of stuff if you are gonna monetize it, because otherwise, even if it's like a couple of $100, you know, a month or whatever, but like do it out of passion, or do it to improve something. Like if you just, well, I don't know. Well, I mean, you can do whatever you want, but you know, I feel that I would like my dream is for everyone that has been getting targeted to be able to make money out of gang stalking, you know, by exposing it and creating a lot of content. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that would be my dream, and that would hurt, and that would just be like putting hot sauce on the a-hole of a gang stalker, you know. So now here we go. Some things do apply to gang stalking, and the stalk sometimes is confusing, even when you cut off people. Yeah, so the thing is that if someone is behaving in a confusing manner, you just block them. Like, the only reason that I don't block this guy is so that I can show you guys in the streams and in the videos, because he is a really, really clear example and illustration of what gang stalking online behavior looks like. So he literally posts like 50 comments a day. I'm not exaggerating. And here he goes. If they don't want you somewhere or do something, they will make us absolutely miserable. Like, they actually have something to say. So, and then look, another comment and another comment. Look at how obsessed this guy is. So that is a person that he actually is trying to like bury the content, but the content is not getting buried. So look, so he's adding mistakes. They poison me, or they try to using electromagnetic beams to give me a heart attack. And you know, he is one of the people that are actually pushing out this content that is actually harmful to people that are confused. This is the type of content that is worst for targets. Look, we already checked out content about brainwashing yesterday, and brainwashing, if you are tired, if you are in a state of panic, if you are feeling a lot of emotions, you are literally more susceptible to indoctrination and to brainwashing. So the best thing to do is to try to think of other things, and the best actual exit to gang stalking is to be indifferent to the actions that these people make. You either counter it with humor, or you counter it with indifference. I countered gang stalking with indifference as much as I could, which is exactly why I was allowed to see beyond the veil, because I looked at it with a lot of spite. I was determined to not be brainwashed, even though I did not understand. I just knew that it wasn't fair, and I knew that I could beat it. So this is me winning. It's my small victory. So here we are saying in the chat. So, yeah, I want it to be for myself, like some kind of journaling and talking about stuff. Maybe it will help others too. Yeah, that's actually a great idea. How come he's so obsessed? I feel a lot. I think I am an empath. That's why my loneliness is so much. You know, I'm gonna tell you something, and a lot of empaths hate me for it, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. Uh, I'm gonna tell you this. So, empathic people are really sensitive, not to the emotions, but to the intentions of other people. And you can see them, but but honestly, I'm telling you this for experience, that most empaths have codependency and care too much about hurting other people. And you know, the thing is that hurting other people, or not hurting other people, but if someone is looking at you and with a sad face, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so sad," and then the person that is feeling sad is gonna use your sadness for them against you. So if you are an empath, you have to know your limits, and you actually have to stop giving. Because you probably are a really big giver, so you give everyone the benefit of the doubt, and you have to only allow people to f you one time. That's it. That's it. And if you tell them and they keep disrespecting you, then you cut them off completely. You have to be okay with telling people to not speak to you again, because if you're an empath, these narcissists, these psychopaths are going to flock to you. And the thing is that when you're an empath and a lot of narcissists know about you, they're gonna flock to you like freaking, like hyenas, hunting for something to eat. And they're gonna be laughing all the way. They're gonna be laughing while they're eating your insides, and they're gonna be laughing while walking away after they have destroyed you. Hey Rudy, overnight, good to see you. So, okay, but my intuition has been better, and I know who is against me sometimes. So, look, let me tell you something. My intuition has never been wrong in gang stalking. My intuition was not wrong once. Trust it. Trust it. When your intuition tells you this person is just doesn't, like, when your intuition tells you that someone is not a good person, even if you don't see any evidence, just follow it. Like, let me tell you, your intuition knows how to read body language more than your conscious does. I'm telling you this from up front because, look, I am 38 years old. And hey, Godscat, hey. And look, I'm 38 years old, and my entire life, my intuition has never been wrong once. Not once, dude. The only thing that my intuition was wrong is because I confused lust with love, or with at least caring. That was my mistake, and that's actually what brought me down in the first place. You know, because I went out looking for intimate relationships instead of looking for something meaningful. So you have to really, really understand that there are people who are actually going to be using your weak points against you. Particularly in gang stalking. So just understand that. Like, if you are a targeted individual, you have to make sure that, hang on, so I'm trying to charge. That's funny. Yes, yeah, I did receive some kind of affirmation or message when I was just feeling weird. Like, God wanted me to see that with certain friends. Like, I always was there for them, and I never received equal. Yeah, my own growth. I think my whole family are actually gang stalkers now. So, oh my God, user, thank you for being in the chat. Why do you feel like that? What's happening that you feel like that? So I'm reconnecting my sidecar, my monitor. There we go. Sorry. Okay. So yes, most people are gang stalkers. So one thing that is super important about gang stalking that you have to understand is that if you are targeted, your mind is going to be manipulated for you to feel like everyone is a gang stalker. Like the probability that your family is a gang stalker is incredibly unlikely. However, don't confuse some of your family gang stalking you with your family, with some members of your family being narcissists. Um, Gang stalking is an infestation of narcissists. Body language, meta communication. Okay, I think my whole family are actually gang stalkers now. So what do you feel? They partake on a random people, not ness a single person. Yes, most people are gang stalkers and don't know it. It's a subconscious thing. They do what everyone else does to me. Oh my god. My family, I'm so sorry. So are you in a position where you can stay away from people that are actively trying to manipulate you in any way, shape, or form? To be honest with you, the best way to deal with that is staying away from most people until your mind returns to normal, until your perceptions return to normalcy. My family has changed. They stalk me with body language to stress me out. What do they do? I'm leaving tomorrow. Well, congratulations. That's really good. I'm super happy to hear that you're actually taking action to to keep yourself good. They have a group up for the most powerful ones. You're probably an empath or someone powerful at user. Living with living where your family or most likely the next day they project. Yeah, that's one thing that I feel that gang stalkers do is that they project insecurity onto people, and that's one thing that I have always realized is that they literally just simply project insecurity. So this guy here. So the same guy, Hure, thank you, God's Cats. I appreciate you. Super thanks. You rock. Can I put a like here? Uh, So it's really important, guys, to understand that that the how gang stalkers behave is literally by pushing a narrative of confusion. EQ says like you can't make it. You can't make it life without them. Absolutely, that's one thing that I feel that they kind of overestimate their impact. You know, I came to Oregon a week or so ago, and want to go Cali after today. So unknown, you went. You are in Oregon with a family, and then you are going to Cali, away from your family. That's sad. Want you to. That's sad. You already. Yeah, it's only a week. That sucks. And notice that like even if you are like you are literally there to try to relax, and and you are being harassed more. Are you being harassed in your hometown or where you were? Hey, chap. You know, to be honest, yeah, it is. So this guy's look. This the same guy is saying you are gonna be charged so hard. I'm gonna laugh. So we are basically attacked and harassed by meth addicts that think their stimulants are Jesus Christ. They must be assuming what I say is in their favor. Like, notice this, that this is, it's like, they notice that he's keeping things vague. So, user, so look, I'm gonna tell you something. When you are getting targeted, there's gonna be phases where, how do I say this? Your mind is turned against you. Well, when you're targeted, your mind is turned against you, where you start seeing gang stalking everywhere. And what you have to understand is that it's a programming that takes a little bit to go away. You have to be able to look at headlights and not think about gang stalking. Whatever it is that they're trying to harass you with, you have to be in a completely different environment and actually restore your perceptions back to normality. Because gang stalking changes your perception of things one by one. That's what they do with the colors. That's what they do with the trigger words. Where they say all the trigger words and they sensitize you to the colors, so that every time you see a color, every time you hear a particular word, you are actively sensitized to those things and believe that people are saying it because they are targeted, because they are gang stalkers. Chihuahuas, because they're Chihuahuas. At the store, EQ, really good ones. That's what they have to gang stalk in groups. Let's see. Ah. Oh, here we go, like that. Okay. Really good ones. That's what they have to gang stalk in groups. Gang stalking, I don't see it. I see it as disordered people everywhere. It's just a little vibration. You know, these people, I feel like there's something that these people are not happy with themselves. Have you noticed that? That these people, like, they might just have like a good time or whatever, but they're simply they're not happy with themselves. Like, there's something fundamentally wrong with these people. I am not nervous or anxious. I am calm. That's good. Chat, I was just watching videos from Tizzy. He uploads videos of people basically losing their SHIT and thousands of people of doxing them, stalking them, and finding their Facebook, Instagram employer. Oh, that's interesting. No, I don't see them as all a part of one group, although groups do at the gym and stuff. Okay. So I guess there's a little bit of everything. One thing that I began wondering is that, well, for a second, I want to think these people must. My logic fights what I know of gang stalking, and you know, like, when you experience gang stalking, you know someone is a gang stalker by the way that they look at you, like. You know what I mean, right? Like, they look at you in a weird way, and you just know that they're a gang stalker. You just freaking know it, which is the craziest thing. And when that happens, that you simply know that they are gang stalkers, it feels almost impossible to believe that anyone that looks at you the wrong way is not a gang stalker. But this is gonna be really weird, but it is safer. It's literally safer to assume that anyone that's looking at you weird is a gang stalker, because that way you just simply stay away from them. Some of them have figured out how to monetize gang stalking. It is so weird because we don't care about other people's life, and it is just sarcastic that they love to gang stalk someone who is just real. Yeah. Did you guys notice colored towels at the gym? No, my gym uses white towels. Their minds just think the same. It's like hurt. It's like hurt mental. Like her. Yeah, that's intuition. We can't deny it, or we lose it. Yeah, but my intuition. I actually had to learn how to listen to my intuition, because I never knew it was there. And my intuition always told me, be careful, don't do this. That person doesn't have your best interest in mind. And I just now that I understand it, I literally just everything goes right now. Literally everything goes right. So look at this guy that is obsessed with us. Look at him. Look at all these. Look at. And all of them are saying dirty EMFs create type 3 diabetes. Can you imagine the backlash of police using mind control to try and solve a crime? Laugh out loud. I guess they wanted me to win my case. Question mark. So this guy is just putting a lot of word salad, like a lot of stuff. So this is why I honestly don't recommend you guys to watch gang stalking, any type of gang stalking that says they have walkie-talkies, they have this, they have that, because all of that content is incredibly toxic. It's the worst type of content for your mind. It's literally harmful. It's literally harmful for you. Can I check here the For You? I want to see my history. So we're gonna finish checking out this video. Oh, we finished it? We'd finish it. Oh, that's what happened. So we're gonna check out the next video that is on CBS. This is a 10-year-old video.
With Asana, AI teammates can pull real.
And let's see. Hurry up, commercial. God. It's taking 1,000 years. Oh my God, they made us watch the whole thing. So, here we go. Even titles with 6, same like our body can sense there. Yeah, so it just feels off, and it's crazy. Like, I was actually talking to my mom about intuition, and I asked her, Mom, do you know when someone has a bad intention towards you? And she literally told me, yeah, you can feel it, which is the most insane thing, that you can actually feel the intentions of people. You feel it. Like, no, so I'm gonna tell you something about your gut. You actually have, so like your body, do you ever just feel like a pull on your gut? Do you ever feel a pull on your gut? So that is actually your body telling you that there's something really wrong with something around you. So if you are a targeted individual and you feel a pull on your stomach, just know that there's something wrong. And when that happens, when that happens, guys, when you feel that something is wrong, if you're in a weird situation, don't sign anything, don't say yes to anything, and then just leave. Don't talk to anyone. Just get the F out of there ASAP. As soon as you feel that pull on your stomach, say no. Say no. And it's typically going to be a moment where you have to make a decision. So just say no don't sign anything, because your intuition is gonna tell you. And if you don't listen to it, you're gonna regret it. Trust me, you're gonna feel that pull on your stomach, and you're gonna feel it that there's something wrong. If it has to do with money, don't give anyone any money. Just don't. You are going to feel it. So, you want us to watch those videos, chap? Let's check them out. Free Diddy. I get those feelings, but I don't always understand what he wants me to do. So when you get those feelings, you know just something is wrong and leave. That's all you have to know. Leave and just either spend time alone, but stay away from people when you feel that there is something wrong. Just trust me on this one. And I promise you that you're never gonna regret that you listen to your intuition. I found a low-level handler. I don't know what that means. So we're gonna go on the next one. Who's this? Who's Free Diddy? Hey, what up, foo? What up, Free Diddy? A handler is like a demon's master. You know, to be honest, I do not like to use any of that terminology because I feel like it adds more mysticism and more power than what it already has. You know, I feel like there's narcissists and they are psychopaths. Like if you, even though like a demon and a psychopath, I feel like they're the exact same thing. They are the exact same thing, guys. But I understand, and I just feel that there are different levels of psychopathy. There are people that are like actually evil. Yeah, check him out. So let's see, what's his name? At TZ Entertainment. Let's check him out. This guy, TZ Ent. A handler recruits lower level theirs. So it's like, it's a narcissist with his blue monkeys. So he stops targeted individual, gets a video of them saying something S word, and unleashes his 500,000 followers. What? Let's see. How do you know that? If it was a motion ban, why do you always record video?
Watch your fucking mouth. This video is going to be a prime example of why, if you have an interaction like this, you should record it and put it on the internet. This takes place in Fuquay-Varina, North Carolina. I probably botched that. That's why I put it on screen there. Anyway, the woman who recorded this, she rides her bike a lot. Like, this was a 4-hour ride that she was into when this happened. She understands the rules and laws on the road. She adheres to them. She doesn't want to die. All right. She said when she was riding, she has like an internal radar that usually she can pick up when someone's coming, and she moves even closer to the white line, even though she doesn't have to. She has a legal right to ride on the road. She said, this helpful guy flies by me within inches.
Okay, what? I have ridden this road more times than I can count. I follow all the laws, and when my radar tells me someone is coming, I move even closer to the white line. Okay. Right. This helpful guy flies by me within inches, blaring his horn. I stopped when I saw him slowing down to avoid him. I stopped when I saw him slowing down. okay, to avoid him. I didn't get to record the first part when he yelled. I shouldn't be on the road before his first reverse. I guess my bike could have been confused as a grass bike and not a road bike. Random driver stopped and waited. Red face, man drove off.
Blaring his horn. I stopped when I saw him slowing down to avoid him. I didn't get to record the first part when he yelled. I shouldn't be on the road before the...
Okay, what? Good example of how gang stalking starts. He shows where they work and encourages his followers to contact the employer. Oh my god. Think big picture, not what the lady did. Okay.
first reverse, which you will see. I guess my bike could have been confused as a grass bike and not a road bike. I am thankful a random driver stopped and waited till the red-faced man drove off, because you'll see he gets more than a little bit scary with her.
She's on a bike.
One person has already got killed on this fucking road riding a bike. You're in a fucking curve. When these trucks come around and hit you and kill you, you're
First of all-
gonna be fucking dead.
Okay, do you understand? I have a radar.
You're gonna be fucking dead.
Well, drive better, motherfucker. Come on back. Let's get that.
Oh shoot.
You need to watch your fucking mouth.
Hold on. No, you're not. You're cursing
Don't
at
cuss
me.
me the fuck out.
Don't. You're
I'm
cursing at
telling
me.
you,
Oh
you're
my
gonna
God.
get hit.
Let's see how viral you get.
This is what you're waiting for, right? The who is this moment. We're not going to do that. I don't need to ask you who this is, because she's posted an update.
Oh.
She has found out who he is. This still, like I said, is an important reminder of why you should post stuff like this if this happens to you. So she posted that video, and even before I could make a video and promote it,
Huh.
she had people start giving her tips. She had people who gave her the wrong person, okay? She states in her videos, like, not these people. So I really don't want you all looking, because she's gotten the correct name.
Huh.
She got the real name, and then he's wearing a shirt that has a company name on it. And people contacted that company, and that guy has already lost his job. The owner of that company did not appreciate what he saw in the video and said he doesn't work here anymore.
OMG.
On top of that, though, because she posted that video, she had a bunch of people reach out to her about him. She had a woman who contacted her and said she had an experience with him just days before where he threatened to her brains out. So in
What?
light of that, she was on the fence about contacting the police, and she is contacting law enforcement and taking this to them and talking to that woman about going to law enforcement as well, because this guy, it would seem, has a problem. So I'm posting this as an example for all of you of why this works. This is a good idea to do this if you have such a terrible
That's
encounter, which I
crazy.
hope you don't.
That's a good
But also,
niche of videos.
So if there's anyone else in his life that maybe missed this and wasn't aware of his behavior, they are now. Because if you know him, you're going to know him.
Wow.
So nobody go looking for him. And if there's any updates of any kind of note, I will let you know.
Wow. That's
A video
great,
called
great.
10 times Asmongold lied to his viewers. Well, Asmongold, what?
Let's see. So that's crazy. So it's scary because I believe soon law enforcement will be on this behavior. We don't know that. It's all hearsay. I have had guys like this too. We didn't see everything that happened, just what, yeah. So yeah, that's what they said in the beginning. So let's see what else. What is this? Abortion ban almost cost this Republican state rep life. People of Texas finally have a choice. They want you to give them a reason. He could be lying. Yeah. So, do you guys... I've been trying to get the chat on the stream, but I still do not know how to apply it. Do you guys wanna help me figure this out? So I mean, like, we can chat, but I wanna have the stream. I mean, the chat stream right here on the screen. Like, I want it like right here. You know what I mean?
I feel at this point everyone's probably pretty aware about what's happening in Los Angeles with the ICE raids, with the protests that are happening. And as is inevitable, with that going
So
on,
he looks like he's
people
just covering
making
politics.
posts.
But yeah, it is a form of gang stalking, but that is more like getting what you deserved. You had two people purposely crash into you. I don't know what to say to that, because people typically take a lot of care of their own cars. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. I have to. So what do you mean you had two people? You had two people crash into you?
This video, I'm going to walk you step by step on setting up your YouTube chat
Let's try
overlay
this.
inside of OBS
I want the
Studio.
chat to be like
So
on
the
screen.
first thing you're going to want to do is have your OBS Studio open, and then typically you're going to go ahead and add your chat overlay to your intermission screen. Now I have here my video, my gameplay, and then I have an empty box here for my chat overlay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to come to streamelements.com.
Let's try there. Let's start at Stream Elements. So this might not be like interesting to you guys, but I think it would be cool if like to do this in the chat. So I watch it right next to me. I have two people. You think? I also found a video of a teen who uploaded his parents fighting. What? He uploaded his parents fighting? Okay, I'm logged in. And what do I do now?
And I'll put a link in the description of this video. Then you're going to get logged in with your YouTube account. And once you do, you'll be brought to a dashboard just like this. On the left hand side, under streaming tools, just select overlays. This is going to bring you to a new dashboard, and then we'll select new overlay.
Overlays and new overlay. What do you have here? I watch it right next to me. I also found a video of a teen. I can't imagine what those parents might be going through because of that video. Yeah, imagine your parents just checking. Oh, no, that sounds awful. That sounds freaking awful. Free to make patients are earning money from your community. Connect PayPal. I'm going to your video. Okay, I don't want to do this right now. It was overlays, right? Streaming tools, overlays. Overlays, yeah. And then what else? People can be harassed for years because of those videos. They are his and he won't take them down. That's insane. That's really, really, really insane. You know, that's, I don't know what to, I feel like posting that stuff on the internet, I mean, especially when it goes viral, like what are you going to be able to do? You can't do anything at that point.
To a new dashboard, and then we'll select new overlay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to come to streamelements.com, and I'll put a link in the description of this video. Then you're going to get logged in with your YouTube account, and once you do, you'll be brought to a dashboard just like this. On the left hand side, under streaming tools, just select overlays.
Streaming tools, overlays.
This is going to bring you to a new dashboard, and then we'll select new overlay.
Yeah, that's fine. This is so confusing already. It's awful. We are human and fallible. Every one of us will eventually say or do something. Yeah, S word. Can you imagine it being uploaded? No, you're absolutely right. You're completely and absolutely right. So I know this is not entertaining, but I just wanted to check. I've been wanting to do this for forever.
We'll have it at 1080p. Hit start, and now what we want to do here is we want to hit this little plus icon. We want to come towards the static.
Plus static custom. Plus static custom.
In custom, and you'll select video if you have animated overlays, or an image if you have static overlays. And what I'm gonna do to make this easier is I'm gonna go ahead and bring in my just chatting scene to.
I'm gonna put static because it uses less CPU. No, it was static, and then it's this one, text or something. What did he say?
Stream elements so that way I can align it directly with the actual chat. Now, the overlays that I'm utilizing are going to be from streamdesigns.com.
I don't want to be adding a freaking
overlays
design.
for you to be able to choose from. Now, for this example,
They're trying to
I'm
sell you
utilizing
this
the
stuff.
animated stream overlay package loadout, and you
so this is just to like buy a freaking thing. I just want to get the freaking. No. Session data, copy overlay URL. No. Ugh. I feel like I don't have the patience to take care of this right now. I just don't feel like I have the freaking patience. Screw you. I'm doing that another day. Why isn't it not super simple and incredibly easy to do? I guess whatever. Okay, so let's keep checking out here. Just use that one. Who cares? Tizzy Ant. So now we're gonna check out. We're gonna keep checking out this stuff. The last video that we watched, or history. The history that we watched was this guy. And let's check.
Ya llegó. La venta.
Let's see how this goes.
For tracking and monitoring their victims, they're using mobile apps and digital surveillance software, better known as spyware. It can remotely access text messages, emails, and calls. Stalkers can also track their.
So, low vibing TZ Ant, raise it up. Thanks for letting me change the content a bit to point that out. No, don't worry. TZ Entertainment was really was entertaining. That led me to change the content a little bit, and then we went onto the ABS, and which I failed miserably. But it is what it is. No, thank you for your input. If there's something in particular that you guys want to check out, or that you guys would like to see on the stream, feel free to make suggestions. I really appreciate the suggestions.
Yes, function. That is.
So we're gonna check this out right now. Let's see what this woman is talking about.
But much more significant now is the real danger
What is
for victims.
spyware?
Stalkers have a new tool for tracking and monitoring their victims. They're using mobile apps and digital surveillance software, better known as spyware. It can remotely access text messages, emails, and calls. Stalkers can also track their target's location.
Notice that there was news 10 years ago. This was about 10 years ago. 10 years ago, this was all new to us, dude. technology has moved forward incredibly fast. Like, it's insane.
And even turn on a device's camera and microphone. CBS News legal analyst Ricky Kleeman is with us. Ricky, good morning.
Good morning, Nora.
You think about the positive aspects
You can see,
of
I feel
these
like I can see all her
devices. You can
Botox.
use the GPS to track where your kids are. You could also track a cheating spouse. But how are these apps now being used in terms of victims of domestic violence?
Well, what we've really seen is a morphing here. What we really thought of was the nanny cam or elder care or employers looking for employees who might be engaged in theft. And now this whole morphing has come down to two different aspects. One is what we think of as the GPS function. That is, where is your so-called cheating spouse going to be? Are they where they say they're going to be? But much more significant now is the real danger for victims.
So notice how insane. Hey Ra, how are you? Notice how insane we are going now from simply text messaging, and then when you're talking about gang stalking, like if we go on Twitter X, immediately we get bombarded with all of this crazy technology, like this one. Watch. Synthetic telepathy, V2K method, psychotronic weapons, and gang stalking, targeted individual, crime brainwashing, remote EEG, electromagnetic waves, MK Ultra. Notice, so pay attention to how the propaganda is weird. So this is very interesting, because notice that the picture has nothing. It has no message. It's only throwing a bunch of words. Synthetic telepathy, V2K, method, psychotronic weapons, gang stalking, targeted individual, crime, brainwashing. This content, this is actual brain rot. This is actual brain rot, guys. Like, this content is something that is going to make life worse for you if you are under a lot of gang stalking stress. So we covered in our previous chat that brainwashing is something that is done when you are put under a lot of stress, and not sleeping, a lot of pressure, and when you are being sent a message in many ways, shapes, and forms, which is exactly this. So like, if you are targeted, it works like a perfect holistic strategy, because you get harassed on the street by a bunch of people, and then you go online and you type gang stalking, and you find all of this stuff: synthetic telepathy, V2K, method, psychotronic weapons, gang stalking, and it goes together. So Rob Bias is saying, you don't think dudes are real? So look, I know. So let me share the chat. So Ra is saying, you don't think those are real. Look, what keeps you trapped in gang stalking is the belief that directed energy weapons are being used on you. So what gang stalking does is that it literally discombobulates your mind. And a discombobulated mind, what it does is that it functions slower. It works slower. You cannot think clearly. In addition, where your memory, you start having lapses in memory, and it's going to actually produce weird sensations and weird pain. Believing that, look, the narrative of directed energy weapons is what is keeping people from understanding gang stalking. Because the moment that someone understands that the effect of gang stalking on the mind of a person is voices, physical pain, weird sensations, weird thoughts, weird images, your mind stops working properly. And that is because of the continuous stress. When you attribute all of those weird sensations to directed energy weapons and not to your mind, you are not gonna take care of your mind. So it's incredibly important for you to take care of your mind first and foremost, because gang stalking only works if you mess up your mind so hard that you cannot fix it. You have to understand that the narrative of gang stalking is what is keeping people away from the truth. I mean, the narrative of directed energy weapons is what keeps people away from the truth. The truth that most of the gang stalking is intended for you to destroy your own mind. Chap is saying we need to have a healthy sense of skepticism. Yes. EQ, we have a cell phone with camera all the time in our hand. Remote viewing is definitely possible, and no, stop saying those things. So look, don't you think that why do you think that your iPhone is, or your iPhone or your Android is getting updated all the time? Why? Because the security flaws. So look, I studied, not for too long, but I studied InfoSec, information security. And notice that like if the camera is on your phone, you see a light. It is embedded in the operating system. The operating system is intended to tell you when your location is being used, when your camera is being on. That is that for you, so that you always know. So the little dot that tells you that the camera is on is gonna appear. There's also a little dot or a symbol that says that your GPS is being used. The operating system is designed to tell you when that is happening. No one is going to be using your camera without you knowing. The operating system is made for you to know. The people that produce the operating systems have your best interest in mind, because if you feel that they are taking too much information of you, guess what? You're not going to want to have their operating system. You're going to switch to the other brand. So there has to be a good balance. Also, everything moves around with invisible waves. Yeah, but so we don't know how much they are harming us. Yeah, but you're so far so good. Actually, we do know how much they are harming us because there has been studies. Do you want to see the studies? Even though we already covered them in another stream. Let me show you which stream. So let me show you. In another stream, we already checked. So if you have time, check out this stream. We cover, so there's a difference between ionizing and non-ionizing waves. Non-ionizing waves are the waves that are, non-ionizing waves, hang on. I'm not sure which one is which. Radiation. So look, so the ionizing radiation is the one that is in the microwave. The non-ionizing radiation is the one that cannot affect your DNA. So there is a difference. Okay, so now in the chat, so Chap is saying, law enforcement a few years ago requested Apple to allow them to access the phone of people who committed crimes, and they won't do it. Yeah, so, and notice that was a big deal. Your phone, no one can check your camera can be looking at your camera without you knowing. Unless you have like your Wi-Fi at home unlocked, and a lot of people know your password. That is the only way. So, Rabaez is saying, people report torture, myself included. How could gang stalking be causing torture? So, gang stalking causes your mind to produce pain and sensations and voices. You have to understand that, Raw. And your mind literally messes up your mind. I mean, gang stalking literally makes your mind create pain. And people that read a lot of gang stalking stuff because they have weird sensations can be because they are actually being gang stalked, or because their mind isn't working properly. If you're feeling weird sensations, if you are hearing voices that you feel are V2K, I highly recommend for you to go to a doctor and check it out. Because gang stalking is actual harassment by people. It's people actively putting you under stress. It's people actively gaslighting you. And it's people being weird around you with the intention of creating enough stress onto your mind so that you start having paranoid delusions. That, my friend, is actual gang stalking. What about Fry's microwave effect? They aren't getting into hours, correct? They can't get in. They can't, correct. So they need to have access to you. Like, they can see your IP address, but I'm not. But I feel that they need to know the password of your router to be able to get into your Wi-Fi. So what is I have tried, and it's hard to believe I'd want to cause a torture by my own body cells without external forces. Just go get checked it out. There might be something wrong and you might not even know it. But like, if you don't have people trying to actually mess with you and making your life difficult, or maybe like stop taking illicit substances, you have to try everything first before actually getting to the conclusion that you're being harassed with directed energy weapons. You know what I mean? So look. So Chap is saying, you have a great point, Efren. Somatic symptoms, i.e. stomach pains, headaches, etc., can be induced by elevated stress, depression, anxiety. Yeah, and they even produce voices. And I'm telling you this because I lived it. I still feel the sensations on my foot to this day. I really still do. My mind is faster than what it was last month, which is craziest. So it's not a coincidence, you meant to say. So look, let's check out what is. So let's try to help you out. How about that, Ross? So okay, so what is it that is making you feel that you're being harassed with directed energy weapons? Just tell me that, and we're gonna see. Like, what is it? What is actually happening to you? And we're gonna see if we can actually deduce our way into changing your perception of what you're feeling. So are you feeling pain? Tell me about it. Are you stressed? What is it? Phrase microwave effect. So let's start with the phrase microwave effect. Oh, so let me show you the live first. So look, Rob, I recommend you to watch this live that we did. So the one that says analyzing and discussing gang stalking content, like check those out, and then all of those we go over the science, and we actually read the EMF radiation things. They're really fun if you like to check out that content. So check it out. I'm not sure honestly which one because we've streamed so much, but just try it out. So we're gonna start with the Freyer's effect. Okay, so you said it was the Frey. Phrase microwave effect. Phrase microwave effect. Let's start with that. Okay, so what is the chat? I have tried to. They're getting into hours. Correct. I have tried to. It's hard. To believe I'd want to cause a torture by my own body cells without external forces being attacked. I've done the bloods and the psych test. It ain't exactly how do the sensations on your foot actually being had an invisible knife held in my throat? Okay, I felt like I was stabbed 100 times one time, and I actually kind of saw like an illusion, a mirage of someone going like that and just keep stabbing at me. when I was trying to sleep. And it was almost like it looked like it was made out of lasers. You know what I mean? It just looked like that. It did. And then I remember that I was hanging out, and then I actually felt a burning sensation right on my toenails. It felt like someone was grabbing a magnifying glass with a sun and was pointing it at my nail, and I couldn't take that off. Additionally, I felt like someone actually had like a stick like this, and my foot was here, and they were like going like that, but sharper. And then I felt like I was getting it. It felt like it was stabbing me, and then that it was twisting, and then it was pulled out. I felt that for an entire night, several nights. I felt weird sensations. I've even held voices telling me to go have sex. I'm not kidding. So like I felt a lot of crazy things. But you know, this happened during the time that my gang stalking was at its heaviest. Additionally, I felt like someone was actually pointing a beam at me, and I remember that there was a sensation that I was talking to. So like the sensation was talking to me. Like imagine that you feel like a beam of energy. And then I would think, am I stupid? And the beam of energy would move like this, saying that I'm stupid. And then it would move like that to say no. So like I would talk to the energy, you know, but I didn't know I was talking to myself. I didn't know that I controlled it. So gang stalking literally trains you to talk to your mind like if your mind hates you. Literally, gang stalking does that to you. So I don't get how that's not evidence of Deuce. I had sex with the Deuce too. I got pounded by the Deuce for 3 days. I enjoyed it. It was fun, but I was literally getting like R-word by the Deuce. And I mean, I liked it. But then I was thinking, why are the Jews going to try to make me feel so good? Like, it made no sense. I was like, there's no way this is actually the Jews. I'm not going to lie to you. I love that stuff. It was freaking awesome. For 3 days? Oh, God. It was amazing. So then I was like, why are the gang stalkers making me feel so good? You know, that's what I thought. But it got me like insanely spicy in the head. I was just thinking about you know, spicy things the whole day when I was experiencing that, which is kind of crazy. But understand that how do I explain this to you? That your mind, that is your mind. So gang stalking literally trains your mind to act against you. Gang stalking literally trains your mind to act against you. So those sensations, I know it feels like it's evidence of gang stalking, you know, but look, I learned how to control the burning sensations. I learned how to control the sensations. I learned how to control the voices. And the longer I spent away from the stress, the voices went away. Look, let me tell you wrong. Look, let me give you food for thought. If directed energy weapons were real, you would be dead already. Why? Because having a directed energy weapon, you're already lost. Because like, why would gang stalkers allow me to sleep? If someone can beam you with a freaking invisible powerful heat gun to make it burn, why did it go away when I was sober? Why am I not being harassed with directed energy weapons now? You know, people wouldn't need to stalk me, nor to harass me, nor to be mean to me. They didn't even need it to gang stalk me. All they would do is to grab their little gun, point it at me, and burn the F out of me, and not let me sleep for 3 weeks, and then I would have had a car accident. But that never happened. So by mere logic, the directed energy weapons make no sense. By logic, directed energy weapons make no sense. If you were being harassed by directed energy weapons, you would be dead already. I've had a lover that was abducted by aliens. He lives in Florida. I've teleported. They teleported me to an outdoor gym. Lost 56 pounds. After that happened, and I have been working out every day. Yeah, I'd be too. I'm in good health. They don't let me sleep well. So are you taking any illicit substances? Are you doing anything? Are you taking a lot of caffeine? Are you taking any drugs? If you are, that is the first thing that you have to do, because you have to eliminate any type of possibility that you can be paranoid or that your mind is doing things to you. So the only way to a calm mind is nourishing your body so that your body is okay. Your body needs to be okay first and foremost, because if your body's gonna act out if you're not taking care of it. And know that drugs affect the mind. Drugs affect the mind, and you have to make sure that your mind is fine. So read, relax, and stop watching content that tells you that you're being harassed with directed energy weapons, because that stuff is gonna make things worse. That stuff is gonna make things worse. Okay, so look, I'm gonna prepare. I smoke weed to sleep. Stop smoking that stuff. Stop it. Stop it. Even though you just stop it. Cause too many red herring I've done because I've reached out for help. Too many red herring. I've done a month without the weed. Too many red. What's red herring? It got worse. Let it get worse for a while. And don't take caffeine. Let's look at the effects of weed. Cannabis can contribute to experiencing persecutory delusions, especially individuals vulnerable to psychosis. Have you had a psychosis before? Or let's see. Individuals genetically predisposed to schizophrenia may be particularly sensitive. Have you ever had a schizophrenic delusion before you began smoking weed? Studies have shown a strong association. So, I've been targeted for a year plus. It got worse. I've done a month without the weed. You know, having a sober mind is never going to make anything worse. It's not going to make anything worse. Unless you have some type unless there's something wrong with the mind and your weed is helping you soothe it. You have to go without it. You cannot claim to be harassed by directed energy weapons if you're not sober. You can't, because you're gonna lose all credibility. So honestly, and weed, I've done it since I was 16. I haven't had any of those side effects. Same here with speed. I've been doing it since I was 16 on and off. But I used to do it once a year. Just once a year. 1 or 2 days, and then I was done. And then I didn't do it for a couple of years. But it's I had little bouts. Since I was not 16, since I was 18 actually. Since I was 18. But look, so gang stalking is gonna make your highs work against you. So look, I didn't have any trouble with speed. I had no trouble with it until I was getting gang stalked. I'm on your same boat. I know exactly what I'm talking about. But you're not gonna have a fun trip if you're getting gang stalked. You are not. I know exactly what you mean, Rob. I know. But you are not gonna, like, gang stalking is gonna ruin all your trips. All of them. And it's gonna make the trips that you are a lot worse. So I know that the pot is not directly contributing, but I know that it's making it worse. My gang stalking got made worse because of what I was consuming. Once you stop the consumption of illicit substances, the actual effect of gang stalking is gonna lower. It's gonna be like boom. It's gonna plummet. It's gonna be like almost nothing. Please trust me on this. Stop doing the illicit substances. Do that, and I promise to you, your gang stalking is gonna diminish exponentially. Just trust me on this. Trust me. Gang stalkers want you as high as possible, so they can mess up with your mind and confuse you. I did a week in a subacute out of anything. I'm trying to say, at least don't trash the dude's perspective. I don't do fortune. The dude's perspective is a lie. I'm sorry that you don't accept it, but accepting the fact that, accepting the concept that you, having the possibility open that you are being harassed with directed energy weapons is actually gonna contribute to the destruction of your mind significantly faster. So look, this is all I'm gonna tell you, that as long as you are taking substances, your gang stalking is gonna get really, really bad. Using illicit substances is never gonna help you with gang stalking. It's not. And just trust me when I tell you. Hey Ezequiel, good to see you. So we're going through that. Look, it actually, and gang stalking itself can actually give you a psychosis. Let's talk about, does anyone talk about gang stalking and weed? No one talks about weed and gang stalking. No one. I'd be better if someone to chat to tell me to talk. So look, I know that you feel like you're being attacked. I know that you feel like you're being attacked. Look, I know, and I don't mean to actually make you feel like there's something wrong with you. So I'm sorry about that. I'm not trying to be like that, but being sober is gonna help you understand gang stalking better. Please trust me on that. And take a couple of months off, and you're gonna see how even when you're getting gang stalked, you're gonna be so much more powerful. You're gonna be able to take the gang stalking a lot more, and you're gonna be able to take wiser decisions. So please trust me on this one. I'm gonna stop talking to you about it, but don't come saying that that direct energy weapons are real when you're taking illicit substances. Because let me tell you, a weed being in a psychosis it can actually potentially destroy your mind if you do it too much. And it will create the illusion of directed energy weapons. Not sleeping is going to create the illusion of directed energy weapons. So please understand that, okay? Hey Ezekiel, so thank you for stopping by. Just know that no, they are not. Anyway, so this guy is being weird. Ezekiel, why are you being so weird? Anyways, okay, so let's keep checking out the gang stalking. So let's see. So look, let's look about a little bit about gang stalking and weed. Not gang stalking weed, but effects of weed on the mind. So look, this can manifest as changes in time perception, sensory experiences, and a feeling of euphoria and relaxation. And look, so cognitive impairments. Weed can impair memory, attention, concentration, and decision-making abilities. Anxiety and paranoia. Some individuals may experience increased anxiety, paranoia, or even panic attacks, especially when in higher doses. Then hallucinations and psychosis. In some cases, particularly with heavy use or in individuals with a predisposition, MJ can trigger hallucinations or psychotic episodes. Changes in mood. Mood can be affected with some experience interest, happiness, or relaxation, while others may become irritable or relentless or restless. You see, so weed can even make you not sleep well. It says here, irritable or restless. It's right here, dude. Long-term effects. Let's see the long-term effects. Studies suggest the regular marijuana use, especially during adolescence, can negatively impact brain development, potentially affecting memory, learning, and cognitive functions. Mental health risks. There is evidence linking regular marijuana use to an increased risk of developing conditions like depression, anxiety disorders, and psychosis. So, cognitive decline. So, it's here. It's proven. Marijuana literally inhibits your cognitive functionality. It says here, cognitive decline. Long-term use has been associated with potential cognitive decline, including impaired memory and or learning abilities. So you have to understand that weed consumption will actually has a negative impact on your ability to understand your reality. Add that to gang stalking. With gang stalking, and you're literally creating a psychosis. You yourself are creating. You're making your life more difficult, because gang stalking already makes difficult as it is. So for real. So look. So here we have at least have a more comprehensive look at directed energy weapons for me, because you can make actual laser guns these days. No, dude, I'm telling you, I already made lives. I already showed you on the screen. I made lives with actual live screens, and we have actually gone through a lot of content about directed energy weapons. I have made a lot of comprehensive videos about directed energy weapons. Watch them. We have literally proven that all of the directed energy weapon narrative is false. We have literally seen that in the channel. Okay, so check out the other live streams. Yes, but gang stalkers talking to me, keeping me up, not weed. Well, then stop talking to those people. Stop talking to those people. But don't say they're keeping you up, because they're keeping you up with directed energy weapons. Here. Restlessness. Weed causes restlessness. You cannot say that you're being harassed with directed energy weapons and gang stalking, and when you do not take when you do not take into consideration the fact that you are taking something that literally alters your mind. That's just being in denial. And look, I you know I care for you. We've chatted on WhatsApp. I'm not trying to be mean, but you know, that's all I'm gonna tell you, because it is you the one that has to see the truth. So look at what this loser is saying. Raw bias. They use M to move our lips. You are psychotic, dude. Stop saying that. That's not true. So look, this guy already has like an addiction to P word. Carbohydrates are worse. So like, dude, what is wrong with Ezekiel? Like, don't be saying that here, dude. So like, in this channel, we all know, dude, and that we tell the truth about gang stalking. And the truth is that there's no direct energy weapons being used on people. We have covered that, and we have proven that 1,000 times. Do you guys want me to show you all of that again? Can you make they're talking to me? Can you make the video playlist? What do you mean? You want me to make a video playlist of the lives? I don't have that many left. Just go on the live stream, on the lives. Aren't you supposed to help us here? This is no, this is not. This is meant to tell you the truth, not support your delusions. So, sorry, this is not a support group. This is a truth-seeking group, which is really different. If you don't like the truth, then definitely this is not the chat for you. I asked me to stop. I don't feel like my perspective is being seen fairly, because we already know here that that is not true. So I am already telling you, there's more than enough information about the truth. Like, you can talk to us here, but the thing is that I'm sorry that you don't feel like your perspective is being seen, but we have seen your perspective here. You're the one that is not accepting that we can actually have a severe impact. You're the one that is not accepting the truth about direct energy weapons when I have covered them endlessly. Look. Now, so look. So you don't like the truth then? Look, fine. I'm gonna make a playlist here. Let's do that. Just for you. Because I care about you, okay? This is tough love, by the way. So just please don't feel like I'm being mean to you. I literally want the best for you. Yeah, of course, man. How do I create a new playlist? How do I create a new playlist? Oh, here we go. Guys, how do I create a new playlist? I don't know how to create a playlist on here. Let me see. Go watch the page. Go watch the picture. Oh, I see. Okay, I get it. So, oh no, it's the live. Okay, so we'll start right here. So we literally analyze gang stalking content here. So look, I know that you feel that directed energy weapons are real. I know that you feel like that. And look, I felt like that. I felt like that, and I knew they were real. I knew they were real. And what ended up happening is that it ended up trapping me. I literally felt trapped because I felt like my phone was being watched. I felt like you know, gang stalking sensations literally made me feel like physiological pain, dude. And one thing that you have to understand is that as long as you feel that directed energy weapons are real, you're not gonna be free. You're gonna be psychologically trapped. And that's one thing that you don't understand, is that the idea of directed energy weapons literally traps you. It traps you in a circle where you are not gonna have freedom. So please understand that directed energy weapons, dude, there's so many people pushing the narrative of directed energy weapons because it helps gang stalkers keep you crazy. The narrative of directed energy weapons literally will keep you crazy, and it will keep you paranoid, and it will make you believe all these crazy theories. Notice that there's people out there trying to convince you that directed energy weapons are real. Suspend what you think you know, or suspend what you know, and add the possibility of your mind actually producing all of those weird sensations. Bye, Chop. Please take care. Hey, Crochet Trey. What up, boo? Hi. Because all of supposing is, I don't know if the effect of drugs on my body. Also, the fact that IAD. So no, so you're confused, dude. You're confused hard. Ezekiel, why would they use weapons on you? Those are expensive to operate. Exactly. So look, that's one thing that you have to understand, is like, you know, weed is gonna make you more confused. And look, yeah, a lot, but none of it applies. We reviewed the electromagnetic weapons, and all of that is false. Check out the playlist. And most of the information that they talk about directed energy weapons is all fabrication, because none of it makes sense scientifically. We've covered that. It's all false information. Not even the military know if the voice of God exists or not. Just know that. This stuff was made to keep us safer, yet no. Most of that stuff is just a fabrication. Just understand that. You literally got brainwashed, dude. You got brainwashed to believe that directed energy weapons are being used on you. And that's the truth, Ron. You literally got brainwashed into believing that directed energy weapons are being used on you. Like, for real, dude. Like, you really, really, really got brainwashed. And you don't even realize it. So we are gonna keep checking out. So we check that out. So I'm not trying to give you a hard time, but I'm telling you the truth, and I just tell it how it is. And I know you're not gonna like it, but I'm telling you this in your best interest. Okay, just know that. What is this guy saying? I like him actually. A lot of his stuff is pretty good.
What's up, guys? So today I'm going to show you a real life example of a gang stalking incident caught on camera, and this isn't just a random car accident.
It's hard to respond, July, because you changed the. You can keep telling me about what you're talking about. Keep talking to me about it. I'm listening. Do you want me to sit here and wait for you?
This is a targeted attack. So this car accident happened on the 60 freeway in Pomona, California, and
it's radar
whether
type
this
tech.
person
It's not
knows
going to
he's
be
a
harmful.
targeted individual or not.
That makes no sense. If it's not harmful, see, you're just making stuff up now. You literally are just making stuff up. You're trying to find an excuse to make yourself believe that it's real. You're lying to yourself and you don't even know it. Why would you like first look at what you're talking. So now you're saying, look, now you're saying it's radar type tech. And then here you're saying other things. You're saying that you smoke weed. And then here, up here, you are saying the perspective is not being seen fairly. And then here you're saying there are a bunch of scientists against me who moderate my usage. And then here you see, can you make me? They're talking to me. And then here, like, do you and here you see, gangster, they're keeping me awake, not the weed, for sleep. That's for sleep. And then here you see, no, dude, like, and then here you see, at least having a comprehensive look at energy weapons. When I have already had a really comprehensive look of directed energy weapons. Like I already have. And then you're saying here, look at the directed energy weapons for me because you can make actual laser guns these days. So you're saying here that they're lasers. And then up here, you're the one saying here, where is it? And now you're complaining that we're telling you to stop smoking weed. And then here, you literally are saying that it didn't happen to you until you're getting gang stalked. Like you keep literally saying that it's not the weed when I'm actually telling you and showing you evidence of what weed does to the mind of people, dude. In addition, you're saying that you don't sleep well when it has been proven that consuming too much weed actually makes you restless. And not only that, dude. You're saying I've had sex with dudes, and then here you are saying, like, dude, I'm telling you the truth here, and you're saying that where is it? Where is it that you were saying? What about phrase microwave? Look, here you're saying phrase microwave, and then here up here, dude, you're saying. What the hell are you? No, now you've made me mad, dude. Because you're saying the radar, and then they're this, and they're that. You are the one, you're not, dude. You're the one changing the way that you are being harassed, dude. You are the one that doesn't want to accept the fact that you can be making yourself crazy. And look, even though I have shown you evidence, and I have made a playlist for you, I already did. No. And you already keep telling yourself that it has to be something to do with technology. You're the one trying to find excuses to find you're trying to tell me that you're trying to convince me at this point. And I'm telling you that that's the truth. I'm telling you that's the truth, dude. And I'm telling you, you don't have to believe me, but you have to accept the truth that there is a possibility of it being the weed and of it being your mind. And yet you keep insisting that it is because of directed energy weapons. It is you that is so grabbed onto the concept of directed energy weapons that you are literally blindsiding yourself, and you are not allowing you to see the truth nor to accept it. Though you have literally been brainwashed to defend gang stalking, dude. You are not gang stalking, but you have been brainwashed to defend the directed energy weapon narrative. And that is your fault, because you're not even taking an opportunity to accept the fact that you see it yourself. You're saying they're radar, they're directed energy weapons, they are lasers. You're saying they don't harm you. You are the one making excuses on you. You know what? I'm a really patient person, but I do not have any type of patience or respect for people that come to me to help them understand something. And when I am trying to explain to them, they refuse to understanding. There is nothing that pisses me most than that. A person that is coming for help and they are not even allowing them, they're not even helping themselves, dude. And you are one of those, okay? So I'm gonna ban you for the channel because I have no time for people like you in the channel, okay? Watch the content, but look, don't come to me asking me for help when I'm giving it to you and you are not even accepting the fact that you could be wrong on your belief of directed energy weapons. No, I am triggered as hell because I do not like people that come to me for help and they're not even trying to be helped. Nah, dude. Don't message me on WhatsApp anymore. I'm done with you. Ooh, sorry. I have zero patience for people that come to me for help. And I go out and help them. And guess what? And they don't even are opening their eyes and want help. I'm giving this guy evidence. I'm giving this guy proof. And this guy is no, it's directed energy weapons. It's directed energy weapons. No. Don't come trying to convince me that directed energy weapons are real when I have clearly stated for more than a year and I have showed you what the hell directed energy weapons actually are. And freaking come to me and try and not even try to let me help you. Hell no, dude. And I'm not getting triggered. I simply do not like people that come for help, and when I'm giving them the help and telling them the truth, they don't even know how to recognize it. Hell no, dude. Sorry. So I just get upset, dude. I don't understand why people shouldn't. Oh no. Oh. I kept telling him, it's this, it's that, and this guy just literally kept changing it. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna watch something funny because I'm like pissed now, dude. Nah, you're blocked. Completely blocked. You're gonna stay like that. Okay, anyway, so now we're gonna check out a little bit more about gang stalking content here. Oh, so look, notice that this guy was Rob was actually trying to like push, like he was literally trying to push the directed energy weapon narrative. And look, if you're a targeted individual, you're gonna try to understand that directed energy weapons, you're gonna at least give the opportunity to the new thought or to the concept that it is your mind that has been messed with, that is making you feel those sensations. No one that is going through such an intense thing such as gang stalking is actively going to try to defend it at every corner. If you are a targeted individual, you have to understand. Well, if you're a targeted individual, I'm not gonna say you have to understand, because you don't have to understand anything. It is your right. It is you. It is what you want to do. So, so one thing that you have to understand, one thing that you should understand, or the one thing that you should know, if you're a targeted individual, hang on, I'm still a little bit like wounded up. So if you're a targeted individual, you understand how insane and how severe gang stalking is. And anyone that is actively being harassed by gang stalking is going to immediately take up the opportunity to understand, or to anyone is going to take the opportunity to an escape. Because if you're a targeted individual, you feel like your mind isn't yours. You feel like you cannot even be on your phone. You feel like nothing that you do is going to actually help you stay out of it. That's literally how you feel. And look, this guy at the end freaking like laughed, dude. He pulled laugh a lot. I didn't know you're triggered. Like, I'm not triggered. I'm just freaking upset. Like, what else did he say? So like a targeted individual is actually gonna take the opportunity, or gonna actually want to believe that they are being harassed with directed energy weapons. Because the moment that you don't, if you're being harassed, getting gang stalked is something so terrifying and so awful that having an escape there, you're going to at least consider it. You're going to at least consider it. No one in their right mind would actively just be there and not try to see the fact that it's their mind. Look, it was really out of character of me to get upset, but this guy literally just began saying, it's lasers, it's this, and he was simplifying and something. Whenever I gave him a solution, he immediately said it was another thing, because then he said that it was lasers, and then he said it was microwaves, and I gave solutions for all of that, and then he just kept putting on problems instead of actually finding a solution. And then, I showed him the things that Weed does, and then he is refusing to do that. So that is a person that is coming to me saying that they want help, however, they're not even taking my advice. And that is something that really, really upsets me. Actually, that is one of the reasons that I stopped personal training, because a lot of people that are actually, there are people that hire personal trainers and they say they actually want to work out, they want to get in better shape. However, they don't fill up the food logs. They don't actually even, they do the workout when they're with me, but they're never trying to actually get what they want. They never try to get the body that they tell me they want to get, you know. And when they're like, I want abs, but then they're like eating a bunch of junk food, you know. And, you know, I feel disappointment. And I feel like, okay, I'm the coach, I'm responsible for this hour, and then I have to coach them for them to make the best decision that they possibly can during that time. And let's say that they do the workout well. However, when they're not in my sight, when they're at their home, they don't follow the eating plan that I told them, you know. And that is something that I simply do not have patience for. Is people that hire me as a personal trainer and they say, oh, I want to get abs, and yet they're eating like if they don't want to get abs. And then they're coming to me asking me, why am I not getting the results that I want? You know, that is upsetting me. And it's the same thing here. I am upset. I am upset. Why? Because there's someone that is coming here asking to help, and yet they're not even trying to, they're asking for advice, and they're trying to look for more problems. They're not even trying to actually help, you know. And that is what I don't understand. And this person is asking me to have an open mind. But a mind that is too open is going to cause you problems. A mind that is too open is going to make you more susceptible to indoctrination. Anyway, so now we're moving on. And we're going to go here. I just literally had to block him because no, dude. So let's see, what do we have here? Let's check out a little bit of YouTube. I don't even know what to do here. It's like I have like no plans. Let's see. Oh, let's check out the news. Let's see.
2 people were arrested for stealing hundreds of beauty products worth thousands of dollars. I have more on police on the special camera that they used to help crack the case.
The family of a San Diego City staffer and major bike lane advocate takes legal action after a bike lane crash. Why 30th Street safety is now under scrutiny.
We're only hours away from Shakira live in concert.
Oh, I didn't know Shakira was gonna be freaking in San Diego. That sounds like an amazing time.
How to beat old age with a stick. In fact, 2 of them. We sign up for cardio drumming.
CBS 8 News live at 6
Cardio
starts
drumming.
now.
Cardio drumming, that's the greatest concept I've ever heard.
New tonight, Carlsbad police say there's been an arrest in a string of organized retail thefts spanning multiple counties. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. CBS 8's Alex Cheney talked with Oceanside Police today about how the department used special cameras to help make the arrest. Alex?
What?
Well, last week, Ulta employees at their Carlsbad location saw, and then they stole $9,000 worth of goods from, then left immediately within minutes.
No.
According to Carlsbad police, hundreds of items worth an estimated $20,000 from Ulta and Sephora stores in Carlsbad and Orange County were found in the back seat of the suspect's car. Oceanside police made the original arrest before transferring the suspect to Carlsbad police.
The officers then called Carlsbad. They did the initial detainment and then called Carlsbad.
Is my power getting low? Oh, that's why. Okay, so we're done streaming because my battery is at 5%. And when this happens, my computer literally is gonna start lagging like super ultra mega hard. And so yeah, so the stream is done for today. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm actually not sorry for going off a raw bias, because you know, I simply, that's what he needed to hear. And you know, I'm not gonna keep an open mind about direct energy weapons, because I don't need to have an open mind for the direct energy weapon narrative, because that is a bunch of BS that is actually intended to make people go crazy. And regardless of what you do, and regardless of how much you insist or how much he insists, it is not true. And honestly, someone that cannot help themselves, it's something that I do not tolerate, especially when they're trying to put on a facade of actually trying to coming to me for help. I cannot stand people like that, to be honest. And Rob, you know, I don't wish you any ill at all. If you're watching this, if you're gonna ever watch it, I don't wish you any ill, and I hope that everything goes good for you. I really do. And I really hope that one day you actually are able to understand what I'm trying to do for you. And I simply just have no patience for people that are not even trying to help themselves. If you actually want to get out of gang stalking, you need to stop smoking weed, and you need to go to a doctor, dude. Now, if additionally you need to consider the possibility, well, consider that your mind has been manipulated to make you feel things. Gang stalking harassment actually causes people to feel weird sensations, including pain. That is not evidence of direct energy weapons. That is evidence of your mind being messed up. Notice that this guy actually said, how is that not evidence of direct energy weapons? You know, it's like this guy was actively trying to convince me oh my god, I don't want it to leave the messages. So like this guy literally, he explained me to it. He asked me to well, I'm just gonna tell you. He asked me to explain how is it that the sensations that I felt weren't evidence of gang stalking. And the thing is that they're not. I mean, they're evidence of direct energy weapons. And the truth is that the pain that is caused by gang stalking harassment is super crazy and super weird. And if you interpret that as evidence of direct energy weapons, that is actually gonna keep you trapped. You have to understand that there is people out there going to actively trying to convince you that the pains that you're feeling and the voices that you're hearing are direct energy weapons. Just understand that. And you have to know that, you know, actually, yeah, let me ban him. But just understand that there are people who are actively out there trying to convince you that direct energy weapons are real, and that's what you have to understand. If you are a targeted individual, stay away from anyone that pushes the direct energy weapon narrative, because they are hurtful to your mind. Okay? Thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Fer Rodriguez, and I will see you later. Bye.